Welcome to the alternative, actually real wrestling. I'm Jeff Sunday, medically cleared, here to bring you 1 hour of fast-paced Fire Pro Wrestling World action. So good to be back after an impromptu break last week. I am hyped to bring you the final night of the first round of the actual heavyweight championship tournament. Before we get into it, I am at Jeff Sunday on Twitter, at Jeff Sunday GG on Instagram. Follow, say what's up. And a special shout out to friends from the Portland Online Broadcasters Association. Had a great meetup, met a bunch of cool folks in the streaming community in Portland. If you're checking us out for the first time, thanks for dropping by. And we have 4 fantastic matches for you, plus a bonus match, 5 total, on your screen at this time. The competitors, the final 8 men in the first round, and 4 of them will advance to the second round to crown the first ever actual heavyweight champion. The Ultimate Warrior won a spot in a one-on-one contest against The Rock, and now he will face Stone Cold Steve Austin to see who advances. In our second match, Johnny Mundo, former star of WWE, will take on the legend Blue Demon Jr. And in the middle of the card, we will have our first ever hardcore match, a landmine death match featuring ECW originals Mick Foley, Tommy Dreamer, Sabu, and RVD, taking on the current team of hardcore, John Moxley, Joey Janela, Nick Gage, and Kevin Owens. And in our final 2 matches of the night, Xavier Shamrock, GFW heavyweight champion, will take on the Everyman coming out of the senatorial office. And in our main event, never happened in real life, it'll happen tonight on ARW, the Undertaker versus Sting once and for all, and one will advance to the second round of the actual heavyweight championship tournament. Enough rambling, let's bring you now to the ring. Coming to the ring first, he is undefeated in ARW, Ultimate Warrior. As mentioned at the top of the broadcast, he won this spot by defeating The Rock in one-on-one action. And his opponent, the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Get both competitors in the ring. Red Shoes Uno calls an official start to the matchup. First time ever, Ultimate Warrior and Stone Cold Steve Austin one-on-one. One of these two will advance to the second round of the actual heavyweight championship tournament, as we are on night 4 of the tournament. We've seen incredible competition thus far, and these two should make for an entertaining matchup. Varying styles. We've got the full-on powerhouse that is the Ultimate Warrior, one of the strongest to ever do it. And in the other corner, let's call him an all-out brawler / technician in Stone Cold Steve Austin. He'll do whatever it takes to get the win. And that spine buster is a good way to get things started for the Rattlesnake. He dodges the dive there from Ultimate Warrior. Front face lock and the vertical suplex escape by Steve Austin. Lands a right hand before raking the eyes of the Warrior. Austin repositions here, hits the ropes, and a Luthez press. Trademark stuff for Steve Austin. Doesn't follow it up with the usual right hands, but it goes back to raking the eyes, and referee Uno allowing Austin to work here. And now Austin goes for the suplex, and he got it. Got Ultimate Warrior up off the canvas. The two circle each other now, and Warrior with a hip toss takeover. Got Austin off his feet, and Austin answered with a DDT. Wholesale University getting behind him, and Austin's up top and lands a double axe handle right on the crown of the Ultimate Warrior. And Austin fires a right hand, Warrior answers right back. And now they're trading. Bottom of your screen there, Austin gets the better hand of the exchange. Follows it up with a Vicious knee across the forehead of Warrior, and Austin now is trying to lure him in, gets sent to the opposite side of the ring. Warrior now just putting Austin on his back, drops an elbow on him. And Austin sends Warrior to the ropes, and he collides with referee Uno. Red Shoes is down and reeling from the collision with Warrior. Not sure if he'll be able to continue and officiate this matchup. And Warrior going on the offensive, not bothered by the collision. Side Russian leg sweep for Austin lands, and the mean streak of Austin on display here as he's just hammering Warrior with those knees. And Warrior answers right back with a hard body slam. Drops an elbow across the chest of Austin. Reversal by Austin. It's a clothesline as Warrior came out from the rope, and Austin let Warrior know what he thinks of him. Puts him in the corner, and Austin front face lock was going to send him up top, but Warrior reverses it, and Austin topples to the outside. Warrior here is going to bring the fight to him, but Austin heads right back into the ring. Austin in the ropes again, and a knee right to the midsection. Takes Warrior off. Warrior dazed down on his feet. Austin hits the Russian leg sweep again, and now going back on the offensive, lands a quick right hand. But Warrior puts a stop to the action. That's how quick momentum can change in Fire Pro Wrestling. 1 minute you're on top, the next minute a right hand changes everything, and a double choke hold here for Warrior has Austin off the canvas. But it's a rope break as Austin goes back to the midsection and flash knockdown. Warrior crumples. And Austin now lands another clubbing blow to the back of the head and starting to go to work on the legs of Warrior. But Warrior puts him in the corner now. Austin reverses, comes out swinging, a running power slam by Warrior right in the middle of the ring there. Puts Austin on his back, and Austin fighting his way out of it. And Austin went low there. Warrior reeling from the shot, but he answers right back with a big clothesline. And then a rear chin lock from the Warrior has Austin in a tough spot. And thus far the story is Warrior's strength is keeping him in this matchup. Every time Austin starts to string some offense together, Warrior fires right back, puts him right down. That move is proven very useful for the Warrior. First cover of the matchup, and it's a 2 count. Austin kicks out, and you see the bloodied face of Red Shoes Uno still calling the matchup after the collision with Warrior a few minutes ago. And Warrior setting up the pile driver. He got it right in the middle of the ring. Austin now could be in a bad spot here, but he reverses that Irish whip, and the Luthez press lands for Austin into the cover. 2, and it's a 3 count. Here is your winner, the Texas Rattlesnake. Stole one from the Warrior, and he is going to advance to the second round of the actual heavyweight championship tournament. Stone Cold Steve Austin with a flying body scissors, or Luthez press, as it's sometimes called, putting an end to this matchup. What an impressive victory for the Rattlesnake. And we thank you for tuning in to night 4 of the actual heavyweight championship tournament. And we are setting up your next match now between Johnny Mundo. Some of you know him as John Morrison. Famous on Lucha Underground before his WWE days. Now a free agent. And he is coming into the matchup 0-1. But has an opportunity here to advance to the second round against a legend, though. It'll be a tall task against Blue Demon Jr. And with that, we are ready to go to the ring. Coming to the ring first, the face of Lucha Underground, the mayor of Slamtown, Johnny Mundo. And his opponent, the legend from AAA Lucha Libre, Blue Demon Jr. Referee Uno cleaned up the cut and is ready to start the matchup. A legend of Lucha Libre Pro Wrestling and a man who's made his name putting on spectacular matches against luchadors. Should be a fantastic matchup. Blue Demon Jr. is undefeated. In ARW, he's 1-0. Picked up a victory against Felix Santana Jr. on his debut. The legend has an upcoming match. He's coming up on that AAA Triple Mania card next month, but he has in front of him here a chance to become the first ever actual heavyweight champion. An extremely prestigious title. This tournament has collected performers from in and outside of pro wrestling, the Fire Pro Wrestling community. And we've seen some fantastic contests as Blue Demon hits the flying head scissors coming out of the ropes there. And look for Blue Demon to use all the tricks in the book. He's a guy not afraid to get his hands dirty to get the victory. Johnny Morrison, Johnny Mundo, just an incredible in-ring talent. He can do it all. He can fly. He's a tactician. He's quick. And he's got a mean right hand. Blue Demon with the headlock takeover. Didn't like it. Morrison now dragging Blue Demon away from the rope. Eats a right hand. And then a chin breaker by Mundo. Takes Blue Demon off his feet. Johnny Mundo now hits a big right hand. Follows it up with a DDT. Demon sends him into the ropes. Hits a boot to the midsection and cover for Blue Demon Jr. Just a 1 count. Kick out by Mundo quickly. Jab lands for Mundo. They're changing strikes. Thus far, Mundo showing respect to the legend. He doesn't want to get caught with something, but he is getting caught with these inside uppercuts by Blue Demon Jr. He answers again with the chin breaker. That's been working for Mundo, and he goes back to the legs. A wise strategy by Mundo, looking to limit the mobility of Blue Demon Jr. Here we go now. Mundo into the ropes and a running PK lands across the chest of Demon Jr. into the pin here. And a kick out by Blue Demon Jr. Kick to the midsection. Mundo walked right through it, but a rake to the eyes. There's the Rudo style of Blue Demon Jr. Not afraid to get his hands dirty. Hits the kick again to the midsection. That running boot. But Morrison now has him, puts him into the corner. And Blue Demon Jr. tosses him to the outside. And Demon, rather than bring the fight to him, is going to catch his breath in the center of the ring. Give Morrison an opportunity to make his way back into the ring. And Morrison with a running leg lariat into the corner. Right on the money. Mundo's an accomplished parkour and street runner. He goes up top and lands an elbow. So he's very comfortable up there on that top rope. And he's agile as a cat as he hits a beautiful drop kick on the base of the neck, but Blue Demon cuts him off with a kick down low there. Covered by Demon, kick out by Mundo, and Mundo back into the corner. And it looks like Demon just snapped the fingers of Johnny Mundo. Not sure how he'll continue there. Now working on the arm is Blue Demon Jr. Shin breaker now by Mundo. What's he going to set up here? Mundo slips. Blue Demon, drop kick, but Demon just brushed him aside and then goes back right to the eyes. And a rapid punch to the kidneys puts Mundo back on the canvas, and a scoop slam now by Blue Demon. Into the Scorpion Deathlock. He has it cinched in. Mundo working his way over the ropes, and he just kicks out of his own steam there. Quick kick to the forehead by Blue Demon Jr. puts him down. Transitions into the drop toe hold. And now Mundo puts him in the ropes. This time got the drop kick. As Demon Jr. was coming from the opposite side. Full Sail University liking what they see. High level action here as a step up enziguri lands for Johnny Mundo. Demon missed with the first kick, landed the second. Now raining through the left hands. That has him out, and a kick to the midsection crumples Mundo. And Blue Demon Jr. just with a mean streak here, picking apart the limbs of Mundo as he answers back with a European uppercut. Drop toe hold now for Blue Demon Jr. They keep trading back and forth, so evenly matched. Very different styles, but they're answering each other beat for beat. There's a chop across the chest, and now he's going to the other hand and snaps the finger again of Morris and goes back to the armbar. And Blue Demon Jr. gets a submission out of Johnny Mundo. So there you have it. In the second round, our first match of the night decided. It will be Stone Cold Steve Austin against Blue Demon Jr. The Demon Arm Lock did the trick and submitted Johnny Mundo, who moves to 0-2 and will likely be taking a break before returning to ARW airwaves. And we thank you again for joining us for the fourth night of the actual Heavyweight Championship Tournament. I'm Jeff Sunday, and want to take this opportunity to show you some of the matches we have coming up, some of the second round action. This first round featured a lot of familiar bedfellows, wrestlers from the same promotion and so forth. Round two is where things really heat up, where you get these matchups that you wouldn't see otherwise. People coming from all different parts of the world, and it creates some interesting matchups. So one of the matches you'll see next week, battle between the Natural Dustin Rhodes, and he will take on Adam Cole, the current NXT champion, who's been on a tear as of late. Cannot hardly wait to see what comes out of that one. Dustin Rhodes recently suffering an arm injury at the hands of the Inner Circle over there on AEW. But he's committed to showing up next week. He will compete in this matchup against Adam Cole, the leader of the Undisputed Era. And another match for next week will be Seth Rollins taking on Kazuchika Okada, the Rainmaker, IWGP Heavyweight Champion. What a matchup that will be. Undoubtedly, some fireworks will go off, some questions will be answered. And we are setting up now the first ever hardcore match on ARW. This was suggested by my good buddy Zap, a fellow DLG gaming podcast listener, a PC gaming podcast. Shout out to them, big fans. And he even helped me out with some recommendations for who to put in the matchup. And I threw in a couple more that I wanted to see, and here we have it. We're going to get hardcore here for the first time on ARW. We're going to have some ECW originals taking on some more modern purveyors of violence, to borrow a phrase. We're going to get right into the action here. Nick Gage, the first ever CZW champion, making his first appearance on ARW, takes the first table in the corner with, yes, those are fluorescent bulbs there. And this is a landmine death match, 4-on-4. ECW originals taking on more modern hardcore wrestlers. You've got John Moxley and Joe Janela from AEW. You've got Kevin Owens from WWE, and you've got Nick Gage, who I mentioned, making his his first appearance. And there's the first landmine of the match, and Tommy Dreamer, ECW Originals, on the receiving end of it. Also from the ECW Originals team, Sabu in yellow. We've got Mick Foley with the flannel vest, the legend. You might know him as Mankind, Dude Love, or Cactus Jack. He's Mick Foley tonight. And the whole effing show, Rob Van Dam in white, and the white singlet there with red, rounding out that ECW Originals team. Now, who do you got, folks, if you're tuning in? Understand if you need to lurk. I want to know who your pick is, the ECW Originals or the new school, Moxley, Owens, Janela, and Gage. Right now, tough to call the action. This is a first fall situation. Will win as Rob Van Dam put in the corner, and now it's John Moxley laying knife-edge shots on the legend, Rob Van Dam. Meanwhile, left side of your screen, double team broken up by Sabu. We got Mick Foley landing a clothesline. He's going for a cover. First 1 count of the matchup. And it is chaos in the ring. Sabu blocked by Nick Gage, but he's still going on the offensive. Is Sabu the legend? What action here on ARW? That's chaos here. Hardcore for the first time. They're running the ropes back and forth. Moxley and Janela trying to get the work in on Sabu. A series of knife-edge chops land and a backslide for Rob Van Dam. Kevin Owens kicks out. Kevin Owens goes for the drop kick, jumping kick, misses, and RVD just able to avoid. And a kick lands. Nick Gage has a cover here. Kick out by Tommy Dreamer after 2, and a wise pinning attempt by Gage. Dreamer certainly still feeling the effects of that landmine. You see his forehead busted over there, some blood trickling. And a spine buster, vicious by Nick Gage. Moxley lands a pile driver, now he's going to go to work on Dreamer. Moxley into the ropes, elbows blocked, and Dreamer hits a sidewalk slam in retaliation. Swinging neckbreaker now, Dreamer. The blood has got him seeing red, and now he's just going off. He's sent to the ropes by Owens. Misses there. Pile driver by Sabu, then he takes a drop kick from Owens. And a pin here, broken up. Fluorescent bulb exploding. And a pin by Rob Van Dam. Janela kicks out, and Van Dam eats a fluorescent bulb, the last in that corner. Hard to keep up with the action. We're doing our best here as Sabu hits a jumping pile driver. Kevin Owens has a powerbomb pin, and Dreamer eats another fluorescent bulb at the bottom of your screen there. Front face lock by Nick Gage. Package pile driver, brainbuster. Nick Gage setting up the pile driver on Sabu. He got it. And Mick Foley now answering for the ECW Originals. Lands a few jabs and a big right hand. And Owens pointing the brain, a point of pride. His wrestling IQ as he puts Dreamer in the corner. And what's Owens going to do here? Dreamer fights out of it, hits the follow-away slam. And a body slam by Joey Janela in the center of the ring. And now DDT for John Moxley on RVD. Double team attempt by the ECW Originals. They get Janela up for the double suplex. And Mick Foley just looking to survey the space, but not before long. Owens hits a powerbomb into the pin. 2 and kick out by Mick Foley at the last second. He sends Gage into the ropes, dragging Owens now in a collision with 10 minutes between Owens and RVD. Double team attempt broken up again by Sabu. He's not having it from the guys from the AEW. Mr. Judgment wisely staying out of the action at the bottom of your screen. Referee heads in for the pin here by Moxley. And it's a long 2 counts. On the shoulder of Sabu come up and double underhook by Moxley. Reverse into a back body drop by Sabu. Sabu collides with Nick Gage as he was coming back in a collision there by Foley and Janela. Moxley now getting fired up. He's dragging the carcass of RVD. Switches focus to Tommy Dreamer, and skull-crushing finale by Moxley. Has Dreamer, but Dreamer goes low. And And now RVD eats a fluorescent bulb at the top of the screen there. It is pandemonium here at Full Sail University Arena. And Sabu to the outside takes a landmine from John Moxley. Covered by Kevin Owens, and Owens gets the victory for the new school, getting the pin on Mick Foley. Got the 1-2-3, the far right side of your screen. And today, the Young Bucks, pun intended, win the day. Kevin Owens demanded to be in this matchup. He felt he was slighted out of the heavyweight championship tournament, not getting a spot in the first round. And he made his statement tonight by picking up the win here over Mick Foley. And you can bet your bottom dollar you will see Kevin Owens again on ARW soon and very soon. Coming to the ring at this time, the Union Man himself, the Everyman. The Good Fights Wrestling Heavyweight Champion of the World, the essence of excellence, Xavier Shamrock. Referee Red Shoes Uno calls to a start of the matchup. And we are underway here. Just 2 matches to go in the first round. This is one of 2. And these wrestlers both come from the Fire Pro Wrestling World community. When actually real wrestling started, there were no plans to bring in custom edits, but we heard loud and clear that this is a huge part of this community, and we wanted to represent them in this tournament. So this is really, apart from a berth in the second round of the actual heavyweight championship tournament, it's an opportunity for custom edits to be represented right alongside real pro wrestlers. And thus far, these two just kind of feeling each other out. No covers yet. There's a 1 count for Xavier Shamrock. Shamrock in the red tights. You've got the Everyman in the very common, simple workman's clothes there, the vest. And the work boots. It's a leg takedown by Xavier Woods. He's got MMA background. That's on display here. Enziguri lands for Shamrock. Follows up with an elbow to the back of the head. Puts Everyman into the ropes. He hangs on. Sends him to the other side. Everyman coming back now. Dropped down by Xavier. Collision at the opposite end. And now they're trading blows. Closed fists. Xavier gets the better end of it, and Shamrock went low there. That is allowed by Fire Pro Wrestling World rules, and closed fist there. Didn't need to count. Red Shoes Uno. Everyman into the ropes. Dropped down by Shamrock again. This time lands a step up Enziguri. That landed for the GFW Heavyweight Champion. We do want to welcome Gamer Under Development in the chat. The purveyor of Good Fights Wrestling, the man behind Xavier Shamrock, and his champion is making a solid showing for himself. After suffering an unexpected loss this past week, he's here to make a statement and advance to the second round. And he's now grinding the elbow into the side of the head of the Everyman. He puts him into the ropes, and a jumping knee lands for Xavier Shamrock right on the money. And Shamrock starting to carve out a bit of a lead in this matchup as he uses that MMA background. The choke submission there working for the GFW champion. enziguri into the triangle choke by Xavier Shamrock. He's outclassing the Everyman right now. The technical prowess of Shamrock just too much for him. And now the Everyman starting to swing the momentum in his favor. Closed fists. And now he's just doing what works for him. He's just grinding it out here, trying to keep bringing the fight to Shamrock, but right now keeps finding himself in that triangle choke. Lurches over to him and now trying to stuff out the attack by Shamrock, but now the left hand's raining down with Xavier Shamrock, and that's all Everyman has from a headlock and closed fists. Seems to be the best answer for him thus far. Shamrock goes back to the Frankensteiner. Submission attack. Now the Everyman starting to put it together here, going for a pile driver. He got it. A hard body slam by the Everyman. What's he going to set up? Drags the body of Xavier Shamrock. Lands a stomp to the midsection and an uppercut with a flash knockdown. And Everyman hot on the tails of Xavier on the collision. Goes off its feet and reverses the Frankensteiner into the powerbomb. Stacked him up. 2 and a kick out by Shamrock. He's able to break out of it. A jumping kick now lands for Xavier Shamrock. 1-2 lands to the back of the head, and now the vicious knees of Shamrock raining down now on the Everyman. But he breaks out, vertical suplex lands. Follows it up with a stomp to the head. The Union Man is using good old-fashioned ways to get the edge in this matchup. They're grinding it out. But here comes Shamrock with a sliding drop kick to the down Everyman, and now Everyman circles, looking to make space, going back to the stalling suplex, but falls forward with it this time. And the Everyman starting to find his spot in the matchup. It's a running stomp and follows it up with an elbow. They both miss with strikes, and Everyman sends Shamrock to the outside. And Good likes what he sees as the Everyman is making a statement here. He's got his baseball bat that lands. Count is at 11. This is a 20 count in Fire Pro Wrestling rules. And Everyman using a good old-fashioned baseball bat to stay in the matchup. And the Everyman having a willingness to get dirty to meet Xavier Shamrock and try and beat him in his own game. He got lucky on the outside there, finding the weapon, and was able to make it happen for himself. And left hand's just raining down in the center of the ring on the forehead of the Everyman. And now X starting to recover from those shots from that baseball bat. Goes low with a chop block. Takes the Everyman off his feet. Frankensteiner now into the triangle choke, and Xavier cinching it in deep here. The Everyman was in trouble, but he able to escape out of that deep submission hold, and now putting the GFW champions head first into the turnbuckle. Follows it up with a boot now. That's behind the GFW champion and punches to the side of the head. Legal in this context, so why not? Knife edge chop lands for X now. Goes back to the choke. Leg takedown by Shamrock, and now grinding at the neck. A chokehold here. Red Shoes Uno calls for a break. Scoop slam sends Xavier to the outside, and the Everyman going to be the sportsman here and allow Shamrock back in the ring. And Shamrock just went low, and admiring his handiwork. There's a falling face slam by Shamrock. He throws up the X. Could it be an enziguri for Shamrock now? He's mounted in a deadlift. Has him by the waist into the side pin here. Could this be it? And it's a 3 count. The GFW heavyweight champion, Xavier Shamrock, and now going on the offensive, looking to rub salt in the wound. He's already beat him. Come on, let's put a stop to this. You've already advanced. Xavier Shamrock. Say what you will about him, but that uproot German suplex finished off the matchup, finished the Everyman, and Xavier Shamrock now awaits the winner of our main event of the evening. And coming to the ring first, the Phenom, the Undertaker. Opponent, the Icon, Sting. And these are two legends of the pro wrestling industry. If you are casual fans, they might not know who Kenny Omega is, but they know The Undertaker, they know Sting. These guys at the top of the industry for so many years and never fought in a sanctioned matchup. It's happening here on Actually Real Wrestling, where this dream match is possible. Both these two have appeared on ARW separately in the past. Both lost in their first outing. Sting suffered a loss to Shinsuke Nakamura. In quick fashion, Nakamura dominated the legend in that matchup. And The Undertaker, meanwhile, was humbled by, appropriately so, by perhaps one of the few guys who's a bigger legend than The Undertaker, Andre the Giant. And Andre got a victory over The Undertaker, caught him sleeping, landed a big chop, and it kept the dead man down for a 3 count. So, both coming in with a chip on their shoulder with something to prove, and they both feel the weight of this matchup and the weight of the opportunity to be the first ever actual heavyweight champion on the line. It's a huge opportunity, so expect the best from these two. Thus far, we've seen them trade and not back down from the fight as a back body drop lands for The Undertaker. Punch to the back. Takes Sting momentarily off his feet, and now they're going to trade blows. Sting certainly gives up a height advantage to The Undertaker, and the striking prowess edge definitely should go to the dead man as well, and that proves true. Big left hand puts Sting down, and Undertaker goes for the pin. 2 and kick out by the Icon. And now Sting with the inverted atomic drop. He takes the Undertaker off his feet, drags him away from the rope. Sting, knowing his ring positioning all too well. Big boot now. An answer by the Undertaker. And he's going to go for that choke slam. No, Sting broke out of it. This time second ride, and he got it. Second attempt worked. That choke slam, but Sting right back on the offensive. Not looking to show any weakness. And Sting now setting up a power bomb. Unbelievable strength there, able to get Undertaker off his feet for that power bomb. And a body slam lands for Sting now. Sting sent to the ropes. The Undertaker hits a big running clothesline coming out from the opposite side of the ring. And a big boot to the back of the head puts Sting down, who was dazed. And Sting now could be going for a pile driver. He got it. Spikes the Undertaker in the middle of the ring, and the dead man's out on his feet. Sting going back again for that jackknife powerbomb. That lands for him. Follows it up with a knife edge chop, and Undertaker goes to a tombstone pile driver from out of nowhere. And Sting is out. Sting unable to continue. And just like that, with one tombstone pile driver, The Undertaker has punched his ticket to the second round of the actual heavyweight championship tournament. Here is your winner by knockout, The Undertaker. I'm Jeff Sunday, at Jeff Sunday on Twitter, at Jeff Sunday GG on Instagram. And shout out to the Portland Online Broadcast Association, Evil Space Bunny, Professor Catfish, the Rotted Zombie, check that, Robo Steph, Guy Grumpy. Meeting y'all yesterday was fantastic. Thank you for the follows. And the opportunity to meet Gamer Under Development in person. Real talk, man. It was a real treat and a pleasure to do that. And I'm looking forward to hanging again soon. And next week, we will bring you back with second round action. And we're leaving Full Sail University Arena. We will be live from Madison Square Garden for the second round. And again, those matches, Dustin Rhodes, the Natural, taking on Adam Cole, Bebe, the NXT champion. And the Beast Slayer, Seth Rollins, looking to burn it down against Kazuchika Okada, the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. WWE versus New Japan Pro Wrestling in that matchup. And the Best Bout Machine, the Cleaner, Kenny Omega, will battle Daniel Bryan. It's AEW versus WWE. And in our main event, the Beast, Brock Lesnar, WWE Heavyweight Champion, battling the Macho Man, Randy Savage, in second round action, looking to advance to the semifinals. With that, we're going to call it a night. Hope you have a great week. Take care of yourself. Be good. Enjoy. And we will see you next week here on Actually Real Wrestling.